Virat is very quiet, reserved. He's a very nice person when you meet him. He's a very simple person. He's quiet, reserved. He'll talk to you at breakfast very nicely. But when he's on the field, he's aggressive. That's a different thing. Hardik is, that guy even in real life. So I would love to play a Hardik. I think it would be really fun to do that.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Puja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Hello Gopi sir, how are you?
Ma'am, I'm very well. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. I am very intrigued by your film. Yeah, you have money heist like creatures who have overtaken Gopi's school.
That's right. And the heist they're trying to pull off is a little impossible because the 4 people who walked in all have individual demands and they meet each other on social media. Now it's about them moving an entire government and Gopi is the tool. So we'll have to see if Gopi saves the day or if the social media activists win.
My vote is for Gopi. You know my opinion when it comes to social media. It's activists and the hashtags.
That's right. I mean, you're a part of it. Every day you wake up to see something there, and then you choose to either engage or not. But I think you need everybody in the society. I think everybody has their own place, and you can still go about doing what you have to do. So it's a tough place to navigate, but I think social media is a place where silence is golden. So keep quiet, do your own thing.
Absolutely, but you are lucky. You are so many characters. So you confuse even the social media because they don't know who they are engaging with.
Ma'am, I don't know sometimes whom I'm engaging with. I'll be very honest with you. It's lovely to have so many characters to kind of play because every single day, the brunt of it is taken by my wife, poor thing, because I'm trying different voices. I have different mustaches and wigs coming in and out of the house. She looks at them and she's like, what is this madness? But, she has no choice. She's married to me now and she's hopefully happy.
But last I met Gopi was when he was cracking a non-veg joke. What happened to Gopi after that since he's now come to school?
We actually stopped doing those videos, the non-veg jokes that we were doing, or rather the review of porn films with Gopi. Because see, you need to understand Gopi first. In my head, in Vamsi's head, the director of the film, Gopi is a simpleton. He's a very nice guy. He can do no harm. He sees good in everybody. He's a really nice guy. And we had to bring out the niceness in him. And we thought one fun way to do it was for him to review pornographic films. Right? Because Gopi sees no bad, right? He sees a pizza delivery guy as a pizza delivery guy. He sees a lady who is at home waiting for the plumber to come as a lady who wants to fix the plumbing in the house.
Absolutely.
Right? Gopi is that guy. So we wanted to bring out the niceness, and then we started doing something. We thought, what if we take a really nice guy and get him to review pornographic films which are not that acceptable? And it fit right in there. And from there, when we decided to make a film, we realized we had to dial it back, completely take off the element of Gopi reviewing pornographic films, because we knew that it would come to a point where children had to watch the film, families had to watch the film. And I think, when you're sort of responsible, A, to deliver a film, B, you have such a huge label like PRK Productions, then you have Amazon Prime Video, the larger responsibility is so much. You need to make it family friendly. And we thought that, yes, we've communicated he's a nice guy, but does he have to review this, or can we just hold him back and then let him go with the film as a school teacher? So that's where you see the change that happened. It was a conscious effort to kind of, out of sight, out of mind, and then fresh as a school teacher. That was the idea.
I'm looking forward to Gopi and his crafty ways and how he handles the social media activists.
I hope you enjoy it, ma'am. We've made it with a lot of love. It's been made with a lot of sort of investment from all ends. Every stakeholder has done such a fantastic job, and just working on this film was a lot of fun, because when you do movies, you're usually lost in a vanity. You come out when you have to shoot or whatever. But on this film, it was just friends that have continued to be friends, be it Mr. Prakash Belwadi, whom I'm so fond of. I really love Prakash sir. Be it Samyukta, who's been a friend for such a long time, and she plays Gopi's love interest in the film. Be it Vamsi, the director of the film. Him and I are friends. He literally lives right down the road from where I stay. Be it Puneeth, who also is a part of this really cool YouTube group called Jod Indian. We're all friends even off the film, and we were friends on the film. So it was fantastic putting this together.
Wow. And I want to ask you, I know it's Puneeth sir's production, and your tribute really touched me. And I'm sorry for your loss. We've all been through loss. But I want to remember Puneeth sir in a nice way, because he seemed like a real cool guy. Which one of your characters you liked the most?
Actually, the character he liked the most is something that I've never done till date. Yeah. Puneeth Anna always wanted me to play a character in a story set in a village. He said, I want you to go absolute rustic and play something in a village. I asked him and I said, why do you say that? And he said, because it would just be fascinating to see such a city boy like you running right in and doing something that you're not used to, and it would be so fresh for you to do something like that. And that's the kind of relationship I had with him. He could sort of tell me things that the world was appreciating me for, but he didn't appreciate it in as many words, but would say you can do more.
Yeah.
He was pushing me constantly to do something different and something away from what I'm already doing. And I think that's the relationship that we shared. And it's a little hard to believe that he's not around anymore. It's a monumental loss. He was a fantastic human being, great to work with. But even if I did not have a work equation with him, just as a human being, I will continue to be in absolute awe of that man, because, there are lots of people who have positions and chairs and statuses in our society, but very few people kind of extend an olive branch to you themselves and say, come in and I'll make you feel comfortable.
I know.
That was him as a human being. I have been, an absolute fan of the human being that he was. I think my best memories come from the time when I've spent with him, not discussing cinema or not discussing work. That was just a part of it, but I'm saying the times that we've spent discussing travel, his love for adventure, his love for people, life. There was a childlike excitement which is a huge loss to kind of fathom and put into words in terms of how much he's missed on a day like this, because
totally get that.
We were in the same room together when the script happened. We were in the same room when the first cut was played. We were in the same room when he gave us his feedback. Those creatives that we made that said Power Star Puneeth Rajkumar presents, to now having an emblem that says in loving memory of,
I get you, Danish. And as I said, the legacy lives on. Till we meet again. We've all been through our losses, and more power to you. Big hug if I could give you. And we're blessed to have met him. So now coming to that rustic character, if you were to go to a village, what would you name him?
I don't know. I can't really... I don't know. Let's see. What would his name be? I'm actually working on something, but I don't have a name for the character yet. But I am working on something because
Very interesting. Huh? You in the village. Guy, bhens ko chara dene ka time.
Yeah, we're trying to make a sports film out of the village. We're trying to work that out between Vamsi and I again. But it's in the process of happening. I haven't really thought of a name yet because, also because the last 5-6 months have been so quick. I've finished a World Cup. I've finished half an IPL. I've had a series release. I've had a, I'm now in the middle of a film releasing. There are brand, you do work, ma'am. I work hard, ma'am. What to
you
do
do,
now?
of course.
And
you also, and the hardest work is to make everyone laugh along. Yeah. Do you know how tough that is?
It's very difficult. It is. I was breaking it down to somebody and they asked me, listen, is it easy? And I said, no, it's quite difficult because you don't know till you know. And, when we did a screening of the film, between Vamsi and I and this other boy called Sahit, who was the DOP of the film, and he sat with us while we were writing, very talented guy. Between Sahit, Vamsi and I, our eyes were never on the screen. We were looking at each other, and that light, when you do a focus group screening, there's a huge screen and the light falls from the cinema screen onto people and you can see them cackling and laughing. That's when you actually know what's really working or not. Because when you make a comedy film, I think it's important to have fun on set because you kind of get that vibe of, is it working or not? And then when you finish editing it, and by the time you've seen about 2-3 versions of it, you've lost objectivity because then you're looking at it, okay, the story flowing, then the jokes will just come, so it's quite a process, man. It's a tough process.
Totally get that. And your last hit, a humble politician. Now, if he and Gopi were to meet, what is the conversation they would have? I want to be part of that conversation.
Oh, that would be nice. See, look, I think Nagraj is the reason why somebody like a Gopi suffers. Because they're two ends of a spectrum. See, Nagraj is a very violent, very angry person. But Gopi is a simpleton. He's a really nice person with a large heart. Nagraj has a very big bank balance. Gopi has a large heart. Right? So two very different people. Nagraj will want to take away Gopi's money, but Gopi does not have money. So, it's... it's quite interesting, actually. I wish someday their worlds can meet. It will be quite interesting, actually.
I'm hoping to see that. And talking about worlds to meet, I actually feel comedians, actually, comic writers, comedians do a great job of addressing issues ki has ke maan lo. But what do you make of the current situation all over the world? It's not pertaining to our country. It's a global thing where we want to cancel everything that we do not agree with.
Ma'am, I'll tell you again, look, by saying for or against it, I'm essentially either cancel culture or I'm for cancel culture. So I can't take a stand on it. And I'm very agnostic.
You should be a character who addresses cancel culture. Mr.
Yeah, but I'm agnostic of it. I'm there wherever, because I feel like, I've just come down to one simple understanding that, every individual is different.
Absolutely.
Every individual has his own preferences. There are things that I might like. There are things I might not like. Now, different people choose to impose it and choose to not impose it. And it depends on whatever suits and whatever floats your boat.
I totally get that.
But I'm okay for all kinds to exist. I mean, everybody exists. And because I think I think that around the world, or you say in a town, or you say in an apartment or whatever, right? Like, just to give you an example, let's just take my apartment. There are 6 different kinds of people who live here. I don't get along with everyone, but I'm not rude to everybody or rude to somebody in particular. I'm cordial. I say good morning, good afternoon, and it's that experience that I spend, for a few minutes or for a few seconds, and then we're off.
Absolutely.
Go on with our life. So I think
you're lucky, as I said, every day they see a different character.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it helps.
I want to know the world of Danish Sait's mind, because aaj main ye hoon, kal main wo hoon. It's like the dilemma your poor wife faces. Who am I meeting today?
I'll tell you, ma'am, it is a little complex. The world in my head is a little busy. There are people walking in and out of it constantly. And I enjoy it. I'll be very honest with you. Because, every time I stand in front of the mirror, or when I'm taking a shower, if I have an interesting voice, or I'm thinking of a kind of person, or I see somebody and I'm giving that person a voice, a name, a background, that's what I do. When I sit in the car, I'm looking at people and I'm people watching. I've always loved that. It's a nice way to live, ma'am. I mean, invariably you end up falling. Look, I need to be in love with them first in order for me to make other people fall in love with them. And I think I broadly see the world with a lot of love.
Absolutely. So your character, the many worlds of Danish Sait that you personally have a soft spot for.
I have a soft spot for Gopi. I'll be honest, because Gopi is a really nice guy. Gopi is a really nice guy. He's somebody I would never be able to be. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind, he's large-hearted, he wants to get married, but nobody wants to marry him. In the most difficult of situations also, he's got a smile on his face. He's willing to help people out. He's sincere. And I think sincerity is a little hard to come by these days. And he's a very honest, sincere, simple person, you know, who believes life is a rainbow and there are joys of life that you can enjoy and life is an ice cream. He's that guy. Which is a little hard to come by these days, because everybody has some problem with the other, and Gopi has none. Gopi is just happy.
Please take out a book on the world of Gopi and his formula. Yeah, I think we all want something from Gopi. But your one character that you actually wouldn't want to be in the same room with.
One of my own characters? I think I wouldn't want to be with Nagraj in a room. I wouldn't want to be with Nagraj in a room. He's just too loud and noisy. I mean, personally, when I think about it, yeah, I don't think I'd want to be with a Nagraj in a room. Unless I am the Nagraj in a room, then I'm okay because I'm playing him and I have no choice. But if I had to sit down with him, never. Because he's entertaining and all those things, but he isn't too interested in other people. He's interested in himself. And I enjoy having a conversation with people, you know, asking about them, you know, making friends. And I like taking interest outside of myself in other people. Of course, this is an interview, hence I'm talking about what I like and what I don't like. If this was a conversation, I would be asking you a lot more questions.
Please do go ahead. I mean, I'm asking you questions, you can ask me.
Tell me, would you rather be in a conversation with Gopi or with Nagraj? What about you?
With Nagraj, I would want to give him a piece of my mind.
Correct.
Yeah. And with Gopi, I would want to tell him, boy, strengthen yourself.
Right. Now tell me about good times. Who do you think gives you the good times though? Nagraj gives you good times or Gopi gives you good times?
That's a difficult one. Yeah. Each one in his own way could give me the good times.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's the uniqueness, right? A month apart, after a series, now I have a film coming out.
I was laughing then. I'm going to laugh now. I love the Charlie Chaplin-esque mustache.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we wanted to give it a different mustache. I don't see that anymore. It almost feels like a little out of fashion. And actually,
my granddad's generation had that, you know.
Correct. We actually went for breakfast to this place called CTR in Bangalore. By the way, it is, you know, it is some of the best dosas that you'll get anywhere.
I will come to Bangalore. I'll look you up and we'll go.
CTR, okay? You have to come to CTR with me. I'm taking you there. We saw a gentleman with that mustache there. And I found it so adorable. I was like, this is so nice. Like that, a person with this sort of a mustache can't do any wrong to anyone.
You're right, actually. My granddad had that mustache and he was a beautiful soul.
Yeah. But in history, there's one person who had a mustache like that.
Let's not discuss him. There is always an aberration.
Yeah. So, you know, but by and large, people are good with that mustache. So I think...
Come to know, both my granddads had that mustache and the gentlest souls ever born. God bless them. I mean, they made the world a better place. I totally get you. And let's not discuss about that other gentleman. I don't think anybody's missing him. Danish Sait, describe yourself as a hashtag.
Happy. Hashtag happy.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, happy. I'm just happy to be there. It's such, ma'am, how many people get the opportunities that, you know, I have coming my way? It's very, I shouldn't be unhappy. I'm very grateful to whatever is happening with me, be it, you know, a film, a series, some cricket here and there, you know, a good family, good friends. It's, I'm just very grateful and happy that, I have so much such a support system and such nice things happening.
Absolutely. And talk about cricket, who would you want to caricature? Who makes a good television, caricatured or not?
I think you're saying who's interesting on TV? Is that the question?
No. I mean, you would want to work on as a character, get into his mind space and,
Hardik Pandya, he's very interesting.
Dance.
Yeah, he's got all of that going on. Hardik is very interesting because I know a few of them, personally. I've interacted over a period of time with them. Like I know somebody like Virat is very quiet, reserved. He's a very nice person when you meet him. He's a very simple person. He's quiet, reserved. He'll talk to you at breakfast very nicely. But when he's on the field, he's aggressive. That's a different thing. Hardik is, that guy even in real life. So I would love to play a Hardik. I think it would be really fun to do that.
Absolutely looking forward to that. And before we go, a comic you would want to meet in time and would want to have a face-off with. And your many characters, Nagaraj sir, Gopi, Danish, and the zillion others that you are.
I don't know if I'd want to have a face-off, but one person that I'd like to meet in person is certainly Sacha Baren Cohen.
Sacha Baren Cohen, yeah.
Huh?
You are our Sacha Baren Cohen.
Thank you. It's very sweet of you to say that. I would love to meet him someday. I have done a video with him thanks to Amazon Prime Video. When he was doing Borat 2, they got me to do the promotional video with him. But I would love to meet him in person and just spend time with him trying to understand how he goes about working on these characters, how he sort of works on putting films out there. What's the best way to kind of cycle characters, recycle characters, rest characters? I feel like, my area of advice here is somewhere, it's an echo chamber because I have my own friends telling me things or my own family telling me things. But I would like somebody who's done it for so many years to give me a perspective, because I love what he did segueing into a movie like Trial of Chicago 7. When he moved into or Spy, when he moved into drama. I love the segue, but I want to know what kind of prompted him to do that, because you've done these whack, mad, crazy characters and suddenly then you do this. Has the idea been brewing in his head for a while, or was it one of those moments? I would just like to learn when to make that switch. I think that would be invaluable advice, and I would love to spend time with him.
Awesome. And like the way we like spending time with you. More power to you.
Thank you so much.
And 3 cheers. All is well.
Thank you, ma'am. You be well as well. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. And I'm hoping to meet Gopi soon.
Yes, 3rd of February. Amazon Prime.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.